How the West Was Really Won. The Big Book of the Weird Wild West. By John Whalen and over 60 top comic writers and artists. Today we will be reading A Scalp for a Scalp from the Clashing Cultures section of How the West Was Really Won. The Big Book of the Weird Wild West by John Whalen. As Chamberlain tells it, near the Little Colorado River, a large Apache war party got the drop on Glanton's gang. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Ride like a devil for the timber, Sam. Glanton's men successfully repelled the Apache war throng, but the casualties were extensive. "14 dead and 7 wounded, 4 of them seriously. Mercy and our safety. Demand death o' these 4, the laws of the desert sanction it." Some dense language, Glanton, but I remember that part in Blood Meridian. Must have actually happened. The men who draw arrows marked with a feather will do the killin' with Injun war clubs when I gives the signal. Bang! Thump, thump, thump. Oh, that's brutal. It's the law of the desert. With this murder of their own, the gang had reached the point of no return. The survivors pressed on over the arid plain, stopping now and then to bury the newly dead or to slaughter their starving animals. The spectacle of the Grand Canyon fed Glanton's delusion that the discovery of his El Dorado was preordained and imminent. "God damn you, Judge! Ain't no way the Lord would just let natural forces carve this big empty without his say-so. Nature does as it will." Interesting. They were definitely known for having being a philosophical bunch, you know, being an ideological bunch. In 1849, the gang arrived at the Colorado River, home of friendly Yuma Indians. California, the land of gold and promise, was just over the river, and the Yumas controlled the ferry that could take them there. Are those supposed to be the Yumas? They don't really look like Indians. "That Yuma ferry'll take us to our gold mine. I say we kill the Injuns, and it's all ourn. But pray not the voluptuous young maidens, plump, nubile, unviolated." Classic Judge. Oh, there he is, looking like a big fat baby, just like Cormac McCarthy described him. He's lost the mustache. That must mean he's full evil now. Glenn still has his mustache. Well, I guess he goes from beard to mustache. But look at that Judge. Larval creature. Making their plans while the others sleep. Corrupt souls. The siege of the ferry was swift and deadly. By the next morning, the girls and ferry is now ourn. If you don't supply us with beans and bunch grass, I'm gonna burn your village and kill all y'all. Oh my God, they got the women. Jesus God. Oh my God, they're marching. Oh my God, dude. What a fucked up movie this would make. Not satisfied, being the gatekeeper to the goldfields of California, Glanton began relieving his passengers of their valuables. He had indeed found his El Dorado. Hola, amigos. Welcome to Glanton Ferry. Kindly empty your pockets and step aboard. Yeah. You know how the story goes. The Yumas bided their time for weeks, then struck back, butchering Glanton and 10 of his men before they could fire a single shot. Only Chamberlain and 3 others escaped. I'll see you in hell, you red devils. Gurgle, slish. Oh yeah, they're butchering him. Look at him go. Get him. Get him. The filmmaker, whoever makes Blood Meridian, better understand that the scene where the Glanton gang gets killed by the Yumas has to be triumphant, beyond triumphant, because you spend that whole story just reveling every time something bad happens to them. Glanton himself was swiftly scalped. It was a fitting end for the captain of the scalp hunters, Old Testament justice delivered by heathens. And there's the fire. The fiery heap they burned Glanton and his dog on. In Blood Meridian, anyway. And that's the end. That is the end.